After 60, there is something many people never expect. The thing making your kidneys work harder every single day may not be junk food. It may not be soda. It may not be greasy takeout or bags of chips. It may be the very vegetables you still believe are doing your body good. That morning spinach smoothie you blend up because someone online said it was a superfood. That plate of mashed potatoes you enjoy at dinner. That glass of beet juice you drink because you heard it helps with blood pressure. That rich tomato sauce you cook for the family every week. Or those dark leafy greens that every health video on the internet tells you to eat more of. They look harmless. They sound healthy. But when your kidneys have already started to slow down with age, some of these everyday vegetables can quietly add more burden to your body, day after day, without a single loud warning. Kidneys do not scream. They suffer in silence. In the beginning, you might just feel a little more tired than usual. You notice your feet or ankles are slightly swollen by the evening. You feel heavier, sluggish, like your body is dragging through the day. And you tell yourself it is just aging. But sometimes, it is not just aging. Sometimes, it is your kidneys quietly asking for help. What you keep putting on your plate, no matter how green or natural it looks, may not be what your body needs right now. That is exactly why this video exists. Today, we are going to walk through 5 common vegetables that may silently stress your kidneys after 60, and then 4 gentler, safer vegetables that may actually help protect them. If you care about your health or the health of someone you love, hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell. Now, let us start with the first vegetable. And this one surprises almost everyone. Spinach. This is the vegetable almost no one would ever suspect. It appears in salads, green smoothies, detox videos, and nearly every superfood list online. Many people over 60 believe the more spinach they eat, the healthier they become. But when the kidneys are already weak, more spinach does not automatically mean better health. The reason is oxalates. Oxalates are natural compounds found in many plants, but spinach contains an extremely high amount. Just half a cup of cooked spinach delivers around 755 milligrams of oxalates. People on a low oxalate diet are advised to stay under 50 to 100 milligrams per day. That means one small serving of spinach can exceed the entire daily limit by 7 to 15 times. When too many oxalates enter the body, they bind with calcium and form tiny crystals. These crystals put extra pressure on the kidneys and can contribute to kidney stones over time. Think of the kidneys like a small water filter. A few grains of sand passing through will not cause a problem, but pour sand into that filter every single day, and eventually it starts to clog. The biggest problem is not eating a few spinach leaves in a salad occasionally. The bigger problem is throwing a large handful of raw spinach into a blender every morning and drinking it in minutes. Blending breaks down the leaves so you consume far more than you would by chewing. A single smoothie can pack several servings worth of oxalates into one glass without you realizing it. According to the National Institute of Diabetes and Digestive and Kidney Diseases, chronic kidney disease affects about 34% of adults aged 65 and older, and 9 out of 10 people with CKD do not even know they have it. That means millions of older adults could be drinking spinach smoothies every morning while their kidneys are already silently overloaded. There is good news. Boiling spinach and discarding the water can reduce soluble oxalate content by up to 87%. And not all greens carry the same load. Kale contains about 2 milligrams per cup. Bok choy has about 1 milligram. Arugula sits around 7 milligrams per 100 grams. These are dramatically lower alternatives. Spinach is not a bad vegetable, but when kidneys are under stress, too much of it can still become a burden. The second vegetable on this list is one you probably eat every week without thinking twice. Potatoes. Mashed potatoes, baked potatoes, French fries, sweet potatoes. They are a staple in almost every household. But potatoes are one of the highest potassium foods among commonly consumed vegetables. One medium baked potato with skin contains around 925 milligrams of potassium. Even without the skin, it still delivers about 610 milligrams. Potassium is essential for muscle function and heart rhythm, but when kidneys are weak, they cannot remove excess potassium from the blood efficiently. When potassium builds up, a condition called hyperkalemia develops, and hyperkalemia can directly affect your heartbeat, sometimes dangerously. There is a practical way to reduce some of the potassium. Cut potatoes into small pieces, soak them in water, then boil and discard the water before cooking. This double boiling method can reduce potassium by up to 50%. But even after that, a half-cup serving still contains 100 to 200 milligrams. Portion size still matters most. Now, let us talk about beets, specifically beet juice. Beets have been praised for supporting blood pressure and improving circulation, and there is some truth to that. But the problem starts when people turn beets into juice and drink large amounts regularly. 1 cup of beet juice can contain more than 500 milligrams of potassium. On top of that, beetroot juice contains roughly 800 to 1,000 milligrams of oxalic acid per 100 milliliters. A normal dietary intake of oxalates is estimated at only 50 to 200 milligrams per day. 1 glass of beet juice can exceed an entire day's worth in a single sitting. When you eat whole beets, you chew, feel full, and naturally limit the portion. Juice removes that built-in safety mechanism. Compare it to eating 1 orange versus drinking the juice of 4 oranges. Everything multiplies, but your sense of fullness does not. There is even a documented case of a diabetic patient with previously normal kidney function who developed oxalate nephropathy requiring dialysis after just 1 week on a high oxalate juice diet. 1 week. Natural does not automatically mean safe for weak kidneys. Health is not a contest to see who can consume the most healthy things. Health is knowing what truly fits your own body right now. Next on the list is not the fresh tomato sitting on your kitchen counter. A few slices in a salad are not the concern. The real issue is concentrated tomato products. Tomato sauce, tomato paste, ketchup, tomato juice. A single fresh medium tomato contains about 234 milligrams of potassium. Manageable. But 1 cup of tomato sauce can contain up to 940 milligrams. A quarter cup of tomato paste packs around 669 milligrams. A cup of tomato juice delivers about 527 milligrams. Concentration removes water but keeps all the potassium locked in. Many older adults believe cooking at home automatically means eating healthy. But homemade does not always mean kidney safe. If the sauce is loaded with potassium, the portion is large, and it shows up 3 or 4 times a week, the kidneys absorb the impact every single time. A practical adjustment. Use less sauce. Keep portions smaller. Build flavor with garlic, onion, basil, oregano, pepper, or other salt-free herbs instead. Now, let us move to Swiss chard. Swiss chard is a beautiful vegetable with broad green leaves and colorful stems. It shows up on healthy eating websites and superfood lists constantly. But for people with kidney concerns, Swiss chard is a double problem. It is high in both potassium and oxalates at the same time. Oxalate levels can reach several hundred to over 1,000 milligrams per 100 grams of fresh weight. Half a cup of cooked Swiss chard can contain 4 to 7 times the amount of oxalate researchers consider a typical daily intake. Boiling and discarding the water can reduce about 60% of the oxalates. But even after boiling, the levels remain far higher than low oxalate greens. Kale has about 2 milligrams per cup. Bok choy has about 1 milligram. Swiss chard, even cooked, still contains hundreds of times more. It does not look suspicious. It is not fast food. It shows up on the plate looking healthy. But if your kidneys are weak, something that looks healthy may still not be right for your body. If you are still watching right now, you already care more about your health than most people do. And that matters, because what comes next is the part that can actually change how you eat going forward. The problem is not that vegetables are bad. Vegetables are essential. The problem is that your body's condition has changed. After 60, especially with chronic kidney disease, high blood pressure, diabetes, or kidney stones, you cannot eat the same way you did at 30. The 5 vegetables we just covered are not dangerous in themselves. They become a problem when portions are too large, when they are consumed too frequently, when they are juiced or concentrated, or when the person eating them does not know their kidney function has already declined. According to the National Institutes of Health, 9 out of 10 adults with CKD do not know they have it. About 34% of adults aged 65 and older are affected. Millions of people are making food choices every day without knowing their kidneys are already struggling. The kidneys do not need you to panic. They need you to pay attention. Now here is the good news. There are vegetables that are gentler, lower in potassium and oxalates, and still nutritious. You do not have to give up flavor or comfort. You just need to know which options work better for your body right now. The first one might already be sitting in your kitchen right now, and you have probably been ignoring it. Cauliflower. Cauliflower is one of the most kidney-friendly vegetables available. A half-cup serving contains only about 150 to 164 milligrams of potassium, roughly 24 milligrams of phosphorus, and just 9 milligrams of oxalates. Compare that to a half cup of mashed potatoes at over 600 milligrams of potassium. The difference is enormous. If you love mashed potatoes but need to reduce potassium, try mashed cauliflower. Steam or boil it until soft, then mash with garlic, olive oil, and pepper. 1 cup of cauliflower mash delivers about 176 milligrams of potassium compared to 610 milligrams for mashed potatoes. Same comfort, far less strain. You can also turn it into rice, use it as a pizza crust base, blend it into soup, or roast it as a side dish. Renal dietitians from DaVita and the National Kidney Foundation consistently list cauliflower as one of the top recommended vegetables for people managing CKD at every stage. Replacing a high-potassium option with a lower one, day after day, adds up. That is how real dietary change works. Now, this next vegetable does not get nearly enough attention, and that is a shame. Red bell peppers? A half-cup serving contains only about 159 milligrams of potassium and roughly 1 to 6 milligrams of oxalates. Very low in sodium and phosphorus as well. But what makes red bell peppers especially valuable is their vitamin C content. A single medium red bell pepper provides over 100% of the daily recommended value. This matters because many common vitamin C sources like oranges, tomatoes, and potatoes are restricted on a kidney diet. Red bell peppers fill that gap without the mineral load. They are also rich in carotenoids and flavonoids. A 2019 study published in the journal Nutrients found that higher dietary carotenoid intake was associated with slower decline in kidney filtration rate among CKD patients. The kidneys are filled with tiny blood vessels, and antioxidants may help protect those vessels from damage over time. You can even blend roasted red peppers into a sauce to replace tomato sauce on pasta or pizza. That swap alone cuts potassium roughly in half while keeping the meal flavorful. When people are told to eat less salt and limit certain foods, many lose interest in eating altogether. Red bell peppers help keep meals bright, crunchy, and worth looking forward to. Most people overlook the next one completely, but it might be the most powerful ingredient on this entire list: garlic. A single clove contains only about 12 milligrams of potassium. Low oxalate, virtually zero sodium and phosphorus, but its real value is what it does for the meal. Garlic makes food taste rich, warm, and satisfying without relying on salt. People with kidney disease are typically advised to consume less than 2,300 milligrams of sodium per day. When salt is reduced, food often tastes bland. When food tastes bland, people stop eating well. When people stop eating well, the body weakens. Garlic breaks that cycle. It also contains allicin, studied for its potential effects on blood pressure support and the body's inflammatory response. Kidney health and blood pressure are deeply connected. About 1 in 5 adults with high blood pressure has kidney disease, and high blood pressure is the second leading cause of kidney failure. One tip: after chopping or crushing garlic, let it sit for about 10 minutes before cooking. This allows allicin to fully form. One caution: if you take blood thinners or are preparing for surgery, talk with your doctor before using large amounts regularly. And finally, the vegetable you see in every grocery store but probably never think twice about: cabbage. A half cup of green cabbage contains only about 60 milligrams of potassium, 9 milligrams of phosphorus, and 6 milligrams of sodium. For comparison, a half cup of cooked spinach has 566 milligrams of potassium. Cabbage delivers less than 1/10 of that amount. Low in oxalates. Recommended by both the National Kidney Foundation and DaVita among the top 15 foods for kidney disease. It provides vitamin C, vitamin K, vitamin B6, folic acid, and fiber. It belongs to the cruciferous family, containing phytochemicals like glucosinolates and sulforaphane, studied for antioxidant and anti-inflammatory properties. Steam it, boil it, stir-fry it, add it to soups, use it in salads, or wrap it around ground meat as a roll. It is also one of the most affordable vegetables in any grocery store. You do not need expensive superfoods to eat well with kidney disease. A simple head of cabbage can go a long way. Let us bring everything together. Caring for your kidneys does not mean fearing vegetables. It means understanding that your body has changed, and what worked at 30 may not work at 60. 5 vegetables to be careful with. Spinach, up to 755 milligrams of oxalates per half cup. Potatoes, up to 925 milligrams of potassium per baked potato. Beet juice, over 500 milligrams of potassium and 800 to 1,000 milligrams of oxalic acid per 100 milliliters. Concentrated tomato products, up to 940 milligrams of potassium per cup. Swiss chard, high in both oxalates and potassium at the same time. 4 gentler replacements. Cauliflower, only 164 milligrams of potassium and 9 milligrams of oxalates per half cup. Red bell peppers, about 159 milligrams of potassium with more vitamin C than an orange. Garlic, just 12 milligrams of potassium per clove. Cabbage, only 60 milligrams of potassium per half cup. None of these 5 are poison. None of these 4 are miracle cures. But a good choice repeated daily replaces a poor choice repeated daily. Start asking a better question. Not whether a vegetable is healthy in general, but whether it is right for your kidneys. Get tested. A simple blood test for creatinine and eGFR can tell you where you stand. 9 out of 10 adults with chronic kidney disease do not know they have it. Do not be one of them. You do not need to overhaul your entire life tonight. Just start with your next meal. One lighter choice. One smaller portion. One kinder decision for the kidneys that have been quietly working for you every single day of your life. If this video helped you, hit the like button. Share it with someone over 60 who needs to hear this. Subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you never miss a new video. Leave a comment telling us which vegetable surprised you the most. Your comment helps this video reach more people who truly need it. Thank you for watching. Take care of your kidneys. They have been taking care of you your whole life.